Every year, we stray farther and farther from God's eternal light.
A tow truck driver in Brooklyn was playing bowling with other people's cars.
Oh my God! Oh my God! No!
What's up, everybody? It's your local human being here, and today we are going to talk about, once again, people. Dun dun dun. Now, as we all know, the human race is probably the dumbest thing to ever exist. Yes, dumber than dinosaurs, which, funny enough, I've met people who don't think they exist, which is just, stupid. But what makes us so dumb? What makes us a bunch of idiots just slowly crawling towards the sweet release of death?
Bros emo?
Well, there is no real answer. We live in a society where people will genuinely do anything to get attention, which brings us to our first topic of the video. Now, I should probably say before I piss people off, not every IRL streamer is an idiot. There are good ones out there, like Kai Cenat, from what I've seen, is very funny. Queso is also pretty funny, But if you've been on the internet long enough, you know there are IRL streamers that are just the absolute worst. Whether it be purposely causing problems in public,
What the fuck? Put your hand in my food again, and I'm throwing all of your phones.
Hey, you're not touching our phone.
Don't put your hand in my food again. Do not do that.
first of all, these pricks. Second of all, you genuinely have no right to get all up in arms whenever they confront you about the bullshit that you did. Both of you. They're so addicted to attention that they treat the world like their public stage. For some reason, to these people, annoying random strangers and making them angry is funny to them. Sometimes it goes to the extreme, to the point where someone ends up getting hurt, or even worse, fucking dying. I can give you 2 examples where someone actually died, and out of respect for the victims in this situation, I will not be cracking any jokes. So a few years back, a Russian streamer that went by the name of Stas Reflay, forgive me if I mispronounced the name, I do apologize. Well, Stas was streaming, and outside it was snowing with the weather being in the negatives. Well, he was streaming with his girlfriend with him, and during the stream, I guess someone told him that he should lock her out of the house. So what did he do? He f***ing listened and kicked her out of the house in negative-degree weather. Well, this absolute garbage of a human being just basically forgot about her and kept streaming. Once he realized he forgot about her, it was way too f***ing late. She passed away and succumbed to hyperthermia. I saw the clip online. Obviously, I can't show it, but it is disturbing. She fought them on it, and he still forced her out. He genuinely showed no remorse for what he did. Yeah, he freaked out for a second, but then he just got back into his chair as if nothing happened at all. He was found guilty of manslaughter, but they only sentenced him to 6 years in prison, which is too f***ing short. He deserves to rot for what he did. Someone died. For what? A stupid f***ing stream? Was it f***ing worth it, dude? Think about her family. You took her away from them just so you can maybe have a few seconds of attention? Karma's a bitch, and I hope he learns not to be so f***ing stupid in the future. It's just an absolute pointless death that could have been prevented, and it's extremely sad that someone would be stupid enough to do something like this. In more recent times, another tragedy in a similar vein happened as well. A streamer by the name of Raphael Graven passed away due to an extreme challenge that he did with other streamers. But these people were not his friends. They tortured him on camera for nearly 12 days until he passed away. You see, Raphael collaborated with these streamers in the past, but they only had him on there to humiliate him on camera and disrespect him for views. Now, I've read various different sources that claim that he did it to himself because he chose to put himself through that. But I think that's absolute bullshit. You see, when you're in a situation like that, you think, hey, this is my chance to make it as a streamer, which is why he streamed with them in the first place. And then you have people around you telling you that if you listen to them and do whatever they say, you will make it. Not just in that situation, but many other situations like that, you feel trapped. You almost feel guilty because they make it seem like you're the weird one for not wanting to do what they want to do. It's extreme manipulation. Well, basically, he did this 12-day stream and he endured what can only be called torture that whole entire time. And he passed away in his sleep on stream, unfortunately. Let me just say to the people that watched these streams and egged these disgusting people on to do horrible things to this man, you are a disgusting human being. I do not care. You actively were involved in the death of someone. You're almost just as guilty as the men who did it to him. Let's get one thing straight. It is not okay to torture someone for entertainment. Rest in peace to both of the victims in each of these stories that I provided. But sadly, they aren't the only cases. And honestly, it's probably going to happen again because for some reason, we live in a world full of sadists who support the torture of people for entertainment. I apologize for the rant, but I felt it was important to shed some light on the matter. We can go back to normal now.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Now for the next topic, I'm going to be discussing the life hack trends. Some of them are harmless enough, don't get me wrong, you know, dumb little things here and there, like how to make your own
Hey yo, what the
yeah,
fuck?
I'm censoring that. You're not gonna hear that, but just know it's gross. But then there are some that are just outright illegal. Like, who can forget the infamous money glitch life hack?
An update on a viral TikTok trend that's getting some people in big trouble with a big bank. JP Morgan Chase is actually suing customers who allegedly stole thousands of dollars by taking advantage of a technical glitch, allowing them to withdraw funds before a check bounced.
Yeah, on Monday, the bank started filing those lawsuits in at least 3 federal courts, taking aim at those who withdrew the highest amounts in what was called on places like TikTok, as you can see here, the infinite money glitch. It blew up over the summer.
NBC News business.
You are literally committing a crime. You are literally defrauding a bank. And guess what? Shocker, shocker. The banks caught on to what was happening and they got their money back, leaving people with thousands and thousands of dollars in the negative. I saw clips online of people being like, oh no, I'm ruined. I'm ruined. How can this happen to me? Because you dumb mother. You followed a stupid ass trend and you got caught. I mean, good God, how can people be this stupid? Use your brain. Think to yourself, maybe defrauding a bank is a bad idea. I don't know. With every passing day, I lose more and more faith in humanity. It's very hard to wrap my head around how stupid people can be sometimes. Oh my, I did too much acid in the 60s. Oh boy, my phone is ringing. I'm coming. These mother phones and their mother ringing, god damn it. Did my phone change colors? This video needs a bigger budget. I mean, come on, he couldn't even make it a PNG file. Hello?
Yes, hi. Is your refrigerator running?
Oh yes, have you seen him? He did in fact run away. I'm just an old lady who needs her refrigerator. I can hear old Reggie now.
I don't know what to
Keeping my drinks cold and my food nice and Ah yes, what could be better than a harmless prank? What can be better than a good old there's something on your shirt prank where you point at the shirt and when they look down you beat the ever-living shit out of them? Huh? Wait, but for real, there's nothing wrong with a harmless prank. But people in this world don't seem to get the message that pranks should ultimately be harmless. Now, as many of you know, there's a whole lot of these big prank YouTubers that fake the majority of their pranks, especially when it comes to dangerous ones like a robbing someone prank or a murder prank. But unfortunately, not everyone got the memo about it being fake. In fact, there have been a decent number of prank YouTubers that have been arrested, injured, or even died. Timothy Wilkes was a YouTuber who decided to do a robbery prank, and as you can imagine, it ended with the guy dying. Basically, what happened was he and a friend went to a trampoline park and approached a family with large knives in the parking lot. And shocker, they didn't know it was a prank, and he ended up getting the stupidity you have to think that something like that would be a good idea. Listen, folks, as I mentioned earlier, the big channels fake their most dangerous pranks, and I thought that was obvious, but apparently not for everyone. Did he deserve to die? Absolutely not. It's a meaningless, pointless death that could have been prevented. Someone along the way should have told him that something like that was a bad idea. Ultimately, yes, it was up to him, but someone should have tried to stop it from happening. I mean, y'all. That's not the only case where something like that happened. There's many cases where something like this happens. It's ridiculous. Another sad example of someone being absolutely stupid and brainless on YouTube is the example of Mona Lisa Perez and Pedro Ruiz. Again, I apologize if I mispronounce anybody's name. Now, Pedro was a prank YouTuber and challenge YouTuber as well. He wanted to do something that no one has ever done before. He wanted to see if a .50 caliber bullet would be stopped by a book. So he asked his girlfriend Mona Lisa to help, and well, shocker, it didn't work. The bullet went right through the book and ended up another example of a completely useless death. Of course, the girlfriend panicked and flipped out, but ultimately she was arrested. Granted, I'm not 100% sure if she's still arrested. There's a chance she was released, but I'm not very sure. But again, what the was he thinking? I find it very hard to feel bad for these people in these situations. Who I do feel bad for is the families who have to deal with this. They were probably devastated, and rightfully so. These deaths are completely avoidable and useless. So I'm very sorry to the families of those two examples, and I'm very sorry to any other families who've gone through something similar. Ladies and gentlemen, I can go on and on about how stupid people can be, and I'm more than likely going to make a part 3. Eventually. Remember, people, be smart. Use the brain that was gifted to you. If something seems like a stupid idea, don't do it. Listen to your gut. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to comment and subscribe, and be sure to go check out my newest short film. Link in the description, and I'll have a link to the channel at the end of the video as well. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Stuck in a rut, I can't